So I'm just recording this. I haven't actually had a chance to do this all week as I've been trading, so we'll see how this goes. Actually, should not have moved my stop yet, um, but should be below that midpoint of that wick if I'm right. So I'm expecting a push up here, and if I'm wrong, and I'll reassess. Uh, so far, we've been dropping on the 9:30, so it's Friday. We've been dropping all week, so I'm expecting a bit of a retracement. I got a lot of stuff going on here, so it's a little murky watching the behavior. We've got the volume imbalance from the daily here in the red, and we're inside of this new week opening gap, and took a long from a 30-second fair value gap. I was just waiting right in here, and my stop's below here, midpoint, so we'll see how we behave. If it's a short, then I will adjust my thought processes and go with that. But we're seeing how they're behaving right now. The wicking, this order block on the 30-second is looking good. We're respecting it body wise, so I'm expecting them to continue up. So let's see, where can we go? Okay, so one standard revolution from there is here. What I am going to do though is take partials as I've been doing all week. I'm only trading 3 contracts, so win or lose, we'll see. That's not looking very good for me. New week opening gap right there. Let's take a look at this on the yeah, definitely not looking like it's good. Still respecting the new week opening gap. So let's look at this on the 5-minute. 2 minutes left on that candle. That's ugly. See if they'll respect inside of this thing here. So we're just gonna watch it. So we have a low, lower low traded through. We have a breaker right here that they appear to be respecting, which is great. So let me prep my orders here. So I'm gonna take 2 contracts off right there. Let's drop that right there. So like at the top of this thing. So a trade, let's see. Trade. So I'm gonna sell 2 contracts right about there. And then let's see what the 1-minute breaker says around. Let's do a fulcrum point from here to here. Now we got to get out of this new week opening gap for this to work. Let's maximize that. If we can't get out of that, then we have a problem. But just gotta wait. So far, gotta clear this space. I'll move my stop. All right, so about where my take part is, about the halfway point is where the low of this BISI is. So I'll just do that. So there's buy side liquidity right here, so do like a tick above it. And then, all right, so let's see here. I don't like the behavior, but we need to use this as support and continue on our way. If it doesn't, then we've taken buy side here, and a shift below here would invalidate my trade, and I would have to go in the opposite direction. So we need to see this bust through with some gusto, honestly. Takes its high out, then we have that, and then this should, once that's taken, that should take the rest out. Let's see how we do. But the general idea around the trade itself is we saw a 930 roll through. We've been dropping the whole week, and I'm expecting to see some sort of retracement. So we take this high out, then can move my stop under here because it shouldn't come all the way back down there again. So beautiful. Just gonna move my stop right there. And we'll just let it play out. We've got this, where's that? Okay, so I'm gonna delete that because it's getting a little busy up in here. Don't like it. Take that off. We know it's 10 o'clock. So with that much tickage going on there, we're just gonna watch it. We've got, let's look at that, 5 minutes. Yeah, so we have that high there that I expect them to dive into. Let's see. Right. I should take that over and run it nicely. I'm not gonna lie, partialing is beautiful, you know? It's a beautiful thing. I am not mad at it at all. Okay. Expecting some sort of mini resistance there. Honestly expecting this fair bite. Oops. I guess I can do that. To respect this fair value gap right here. Let's make that green. See how it behaves inside of it. Green. It's not drawn very well, but don't judge me. So we have a propulsion block right here. If it takes out the propulsion block, then we have a problem. So I'm gonna set myself just above my entry here for a risk-free trade. So, but I fully expect them to bust through. And we're at this order block, so bit of a pause, but I would like to see them disrespect it completely. And the new week opening gap should also, act as resistance. I don't really expect them to come back in here. So I'm just gonna let it ride. NQ really is a wild ride, I'm not gonna lie. Really, really wild ride, NQ is. So we busted back in. Honestly, gonna look at this on the 32nd. I'm really not mad at this. So right now it hasn't taken any significant highs out. It did pop up as expected, so I'm expecting it to continue that way. And I'm just gonna trust my analysis, which is basically what I need to do. So they didn't respect this much. Last line of defense really is the propulsion block here. So that's my general expectation. I'm gonna note this base and take that off. Okay. Mm, it is Friday, so if it wants to take me out, and it takes me out, but I know what I'm looking for, so I'm not gonna fight it. If I need to make adjustments for a switch, it needs to take this low out and close and then give me something juicy. Okay, there I am out of it. So if we make a higher thing, I'll take something, a re-enter, but the behavior is looking like it's just run up to take um, buy side. So we'll just wait and see. Maybe I should have left my stop down below, but with over 100 takes up, I didn't think that was a good plan. Oh, let me take that off. Let's put that back up by one. And let's look at that on the 30 seconds. So what do we have? We have a low, lower low, traded through. And so we have a breaker right about here. So maybe if we turn in the opposite direction, it gives me a bullish thing, then I'll consider it. Right now it's looking all right. Let's see. If it gives me a fair value gap, then I'll do that and write it up. But we're so close to the base of this, we'll have to see. If I'm $1.50. Rude. Okay, so we swept that, didn't take that. So low. Inside the base of this breaker. Let's see. Still looks bullish to me. It's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Didn't take this low out, so until it does, it's still bullish, and I can try again. Oh, it did give me a fair value gap. So let me buy on that one. My stop below here. And let's go up here. Let's see. Still on the bullish thing. I'm risking 76. Let's see if this turns into support like I expect, or I'm about to get knocked out. Let's see. I'm being a little cheap on the stop if I'm being honest, you know? But if we take out this high, then I'm okay, you know? So that's all it is. You ever notice that sometimes when you have an entry, it looks like it's like showing resistance at your entry price? Isn't that annoying? All right. So now we're just gonna wait. See what this looks like on the 1 minute. We've just been making higher lows, so it has to take something out properly for that to, and maybe I should have waited because now that's definitely looking, yeah, I'm out. Okay. So what do we have on the 5 minutes? Okay. So now we have like a proper shift below here. So I'm gonna take the short since that is currently what we're working with here. Okay, let's drop to 30 seconds and see where you leave me. Okay. All right. Create limit order. 3, sell right there. Let's get a nice stop. Let's get it a little higher there. If I'm right, it shouldn't come back. Oh, look at that. Just gonna run away from me now. Maybe go opening gap high. If it leaves something, then maybe I'll get it there. That's annoying. What can I reach for? Well, I would expect it to come into this thing. Okay, let's see. We didn't return. If it leaves this one. Dang. Look at that. And sometimes it runs away from us. Okay. See if we'll get a chance to run back up into this thing. Get there. See if we're gonna respect this one and drop instead. It looks like it. Let's see. Now, this should be like a runaway gap, I think, a breakaway gap, and this should be the one right here. But I'm gonna leave my desire for an entry where it is and just watch. Because from this to here. Okay. And okay. So trying to learn to be flexible. I wanted to see it exit this thing. And so we have a high traded through, breaker right there. So let's use that for some aiming once it gets past that low right there. Okay, so let's do this. It'd be really mean if it didn't, if it decided to go up from here and do what I originally wanted it to do. It's kind of what it looks like, isn't it? I ran out some folks and then deciding it wants to switch. But we'll see how it behaves inside of here. This order block. Expect it to turn around. If it takes it out, then seriously? It's a bit of a uncool place. All right, so we dropped a little bit below the new week opening gap. And then now we are, oops. Going long. This looks like a retest of this. Mm. We need to continue further down now for it to be okay. But we're just hanging outside this Newick opening gap because this shouldn't have taken anything out, so it should still be a good. That's why I didn't just leave it there. We gotta get out of here. You can't hold this, then I'm wrong. And that's all the trades I can take today. 'Cause I'm not trying to overtrade. I'm gonna just tape read it the rest of the day. Trying to be flexible. We're in this delicate area here. Oh, we tapped the top of this opening range gap, so my general expectation is for them to close it in if they come down, or at least, roll through about halfway, which is where the sell side for London is right now. Don't like the behavior. It's holding itself up too well here. But I just have to watch and wait. Because my long idea, good 30 seconds, because my long idea, I thought that was good. It did kick up about 100 ticks, but this feels like I'm wrong. But I have to learn to. I took the long from here. Did they take that out? No. Look at the way the candles are forming. Mm, 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 mm. And there I am. So what did I do wrong here? Okay, so my long was right. Did I just not wait enough? Okay. So right now, I'm gonna take that out, maybe dive back into this opening range gap. I need to have bicep up here, I can see it. Rude. So I have a low, lower low, traded through, and a fair value gap. So if I were to take a long, we'd have to see it behave inside of this breaker right here, and then do something like that. Okay, so we're back to where we started when I got in here. Strap down to 30 seconds. What are we looking at here? What time is it? 10:25. New opening gap. Okay. Let's see. Nothing, nothing, nothing. So having lost already, I'm gonna reduce. Look at that hour candle though. It's ugly, isn't it? 4 minutes left on this 15-minute candle, just going sideways. Ah, maybe I can wait for like a lunchtime thing, but I'll just tape read it for now. Because look at, I mean, what is that? Just gonna tape read it because it's just being annoying. We did that, and then we came back up here. Mm, we're back down here. We got rejected off of here again. Hmm. Yeah. At this point, I don't know where it's trying to go because it's just stuck in a range. So I'm just gonna not touch it. I will. So from my real account, 109. Dang. Shouldn't have given away so much. So that's all I can do today. So no more trading for me today. It was all kinds of wrong. Still up 482 on the day on the week. As I started with 10K on the 18th and it's the 22nd, so it's a pity. Because look, like it's just being really weird right now. So, and hold on, should I have even taken a loss? Well, that loss, yes. This one. Right, so yeah, this shouldn't have been a loss. I don't know how it ended up being $1.50, but oh, I have the fees on here, commission, so I can see or have some kind of idea what it's gonna look like. 109. So, $200 loss for the day is about all I can stand. So I'm not going to trade anymore today. I'm just going to tape read it. Gotta build some kind of tolerance. I'll probably do, so you got to see me do a little bit of something, something. They came back and didn't take out the high I expected them to take out, which was a bad sign. And that was basically it. And I did what I had to do, but it's finicky, so I have no more trades for today. I'll wait till next week. All right. So happy trades. Be safe, Shakira.